As we approach the end of the year, there's a natural pause happening, a moment about how we step into what is next. Because as we prepare for 2026, the goal isn't just to do more, it's to move wiser, with purpose, and with alignment. Hey friends, hey pursuers, hey guys. Welcome back to Pursuing Me with Sharita, the space where we pause with purpose, move with intentions, and do the inner work that supports real growth. Today's conversation is a gentle one. It's gentle, but guess what? It's an honest one, and we're always honest here at Pursuing Me. We're talking about something many of us experience, especially at the end of the year like this. We have a few days left for 2025 to be over. Guys, we're going to talk about the difference between having patience and unknowingly hindering our own progress. We're not talking about rushing, not forcing, not judging ourselves, just awareness. Let's talk about it. Reflect on what this year has taught us, what it stretched out of us, and what it's asking us to release. This season isn't just about rushing to the finish line. It's about closing the year with clarity and being intentional with the year to come. So guys, I hope 2025 has brought you to your best self, and you will continue so you can rise and continue to do that inner work in 2026 as it approaches. Guys, there's a fine line between waiting with intentions and waiting in a way that quietly stalls your life. Right? This episode came about because one of my sisters and I were having a discussion. No, I'm going to go back. I was having a discussion with myself, being intentional of how I wanted 2025 to end and where I want to be with my life as we approach 2026. Right? So I mentioned it to my significant other, and I also mentioned it to one of my sisters after I had this. It was like an aha moment, right? So I was like, how about we confuse patience with wasting time, right? So we went through that whole discussion, blase, that happened. Then that was the conversation with my sister. Then when I got home, Michael and I had exchanged a little dialogue about it. I mentioned it to him. So he said, which I do agree, no time is wasted. It feel like it's being wasted, afterwards or during the time, but no time is wasted. So I said, how can we change the term wasting time? So again, he came about with hindering. We could be hindering in certain parts or whatever. So this is where this topic discussion comes from. So guys, I want to be more intentional with everything that I do. And I've been working on it, and it's working. So guys, there's a fine line between waiting with intentions and waiting in a way that quietly stalls your life. Patience isn't the problem. Waiting is not the problem. The question is how you're waiting, right? Ask yourself, like I asked myself, is this season helping me grow, or is it keeping me comfortable? And again, like I said, goes back to why this is our discussion and topic for episode today. No pressure, just truth. You know, healthy patients feel grounded, right? It feels like you're in a season of trusting the process while still showing up, allowing timing without abandoning the effort, right? Resting without disconnecting from your vision. Patient doesn't mean you stop moving. It means your movement is aligned instead of rushed, right? While you're waiting, what are you nurturing? Your discipline or your doubt, right? Sit with that. Because I'm telling you, it didn't really hit me. I mean, of course, I know the meaning of having patience. I know the meaning of pausing. I know the meaning of hindering. I know the meaning of wasting time and all of those things. But it really didn't hit me until I was sitting in it and had to dissect it myself with my life. So, guys, here's where the gentle shift the conversation, right? Here's where we gently shift the conversation. I'm excited with this episode. I'm over here screwing up my words. Wait and start to hinder progress when you stop checking in with yourself. You delay decisions you already have clarity on. You stay in preparation mode longer than necessary. You avoid discomfort that growth requires. Not because you're lazy, but because growth asks something of you. And discomfort can feel very, very loud. Right? Is there a decision you already made internally, but haven't honored externally yet? I want you to think about that. Right? Why we pause sometimes too long? Sometimes we call it patience when it's really protection. Protecting from being seen, being wrong, outgrowing old versions of ourselves, stepping into unfamiliar responsibility. And that's human. We're all human. But staying paused forever costs you more than taking a mindful step forward. Think about this moment. What version of you is waiting for permission to move? You don't need to answer that out loud. Just acknowledge it, right? Just acknowledge it. Here's the reframe I want you to carry with you. Patience support progress. It doesn't replace it. If your waiting has no movement, no learning, no stretch, it may be time to gently shift. Not into urgency, but with intentions. Right? Here's something else, a small interaction, right? What is one small aligned step you can take this week that honors both patience and progress? Write it down, guys. Name it, and more so respect it. Guys, you know I'm always here for a short time, but I'll definitely be back. I'm going to leave you with this. Patience is powerful, but it should never come at the cost of your becoming. Trust timing, honor your preparation, but don't pause your life out of fear. You're allowed to move forward and move wisely. And if, again, as I always state, if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone navigating a quiet season of waiting. And as always, thank you for growing with me, reflecting with me, and choosing yourself. Even through my fumbles over these episodes. And again, until next time, keep pursuing you, keep doing the work, and remember, the work is working. Peace. Have an amazing, amazing holiday, New Year, and we will return in 2026. Peace.